Hey everyone, it's Corey. So I have a real exciting video because I haven't done a real makeup video in like so long, and I just self-tan, so I have on like a nice bronzy glow going on, and that's what this video is on. It's kind of on like this really dewy, really bronzy, like warm complexion look. I know that we're kind of I know at least where I am, we're still in winter, but I have this thing where I kind of give up by the end of winter and I'm like, screw it, putting on the self-tanner, putting on all the bronzers, all the goldy highlights, and yeah, calling it winter still. So I'm just gonna get right on into it. Alright, so I'm just starting off with a cleanse and moisturized face, you know the drill. I already have my eyebrows filled in just because they take too much time. And I'm going to conceal my under eyes using the Revlon Age-Defying Concealer. I want to say this is discontinued or repackaged or something, but I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just trying to cover up a little bit of darkness. So I just blended out my under eye concealer, and now I'm taking the Nars Light Reflecting Translucent Crystal Setting Powder. There's a lot of pan hit on it, so it looks disgusting. But I'm just taking this little small tapered brush by e.l.f. and I'm setting, can you guys see this? I don't have my contacts in right now, so I really can't see anything. So I hope that you can, because I can't tell. And I'm just pushing this right up against my lower lash line and just kind of locking down the concealer. For those occasions when I'm like tan, I find that if I use my Guerlain Pressed Meteorites, which is my normal under eye setting powder, things can, like, my under eyes can just look a little bit too bright, and I don't really like the way that that looks. For foundation, I'm going to be taking the Milani Multitasker Face Powder, one of my tried and true powder foundations, and this one is in the shade Tan, 05 Tan. And this powder is a little bit too neutral for me, but I'm going to be warming up my skin to the high heavens, so I'm sure that it really won't be an issue. And the way that I apply my powder foundations is I'll kind of work from the center outwards, and I'll just kind of like push it in first. And then after I pretty much have like a full layer of foundation on all over my face, I will take another layer and just buff it all in like circular motions. And then I'll take a different brush to go through the center of my face, just because this is kind of like a big brush, so it's hard to try to hit the center of my face without it going like all over the place, aka it could ruin my eyebrows, and that is an issue. And if you guys are wondering what self-tanner I use to get like my base tan down, to get like real dark real quick, I used Tropez Dark Bronzing Mousse. And I'm just going to switch brushes right now. I'm using that e.l.f. small tapered brush. And what was I saying? Oh, Tropez Dark for like the base tan. And to kind of maintain it, I've been using the Diorbronze tanning lotion, which I got for Christmas. That stuff is really nice. It doesn't have a color guard, but a lot of color also doesn't like rinse off like when you wash it off. Like, it's kind of like the color that you get after your development time is the color that it is, so I like that. Okay, so when I am tan, I usually like to try to like boost up my tanness as much as I can. So I'm using the Tarte Smooth Operator Bronze Powder. I guess it's like a warming setting powder or something, but I use it as like a bronzer because it's like really smooth and really blendable. I think it may be discontinued, but yeah, it's a loose bronzer. I've literally had it for like 4 years. And I'm using kind of a bigger brush than I usually do to get like that real all over bronze. And there's only one hole in this thing. I don't know if you could see that, so it's kind of hard to get product, but whatever. Okay, so I pretty much hit that everywhere. I hit it like through my forehead, like on the cheek, jawline, a little bit on the nose, and I think that that just really like boosted up the color and kind of warmed up the whole face because that foundation was a little bit too neutral. And to do my blush, I'm going to be using Luminous Flush by Hourglass. Such a pretty color. I can't stand it. And it's like, it's a good like neutral shade to kind of ride the line between like when you're like transitioning between between winter and spring, because it's not painfully like, it's not like, oh, this is like Max Peach Twist, which is like such a summer shade that it would kind of be like weird if you're wearing it like in the winter. Because BT Dubs, where I am, it is like, how cold is it? I think with the wind chill, it's like -10 in the evening, and in the daytime it's still pretty damn windy, so you know. And that blush does have like a little bit of glow, but not nearly enough to satisfy my glow necessities. So I got a sample of a BareMinerals eyeshadow called True Gold, and I'm pretty sure it's permanent. I don't know why it wouldn't be. And it's one of those like loose pigment type things, and it's like, let me give you a little swatch of it. It's like real tan. So I'm just gonna give you a little swatchy. Can you see that? I cannot see this because I am very blind. So let me give you guys a better swatch of that. Let me do it. I'll do it first and then I'll show you. Okay. So this is it. It's pretty. It's real pretty, and I'm going to use it today for this big bronzy look. I got it from the BareMinerals store at the Poughkeepsie Galleria Mall, and go to my friend Stefania, because she works there. You guys know I love my highlight. So I'm kind of dragging it like the top of the cheek, pulling it back, the side of the eyebrow, and just kind of like fizzling out the edges. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of it and kind of like fizzle it out onto my forehead, like above my eyebrow, and like bring it up. Do you guys see what's going on right there? I'm kind of like, okay, I'm also gonna hit a little bit of this on my chin after I do my cheeks. I'm going for like dewy and bronze, aka everyone's favorite combination. Okay, so I'm also doing a little bit in like this little area between my eyes. Like, do you see what's going on right here? And then also a little bit above the tip of my nose, just because like I find that I have a kind of longer-ish nose, and it's really narrow, so it like gives the illusion of more length anyway. And if I hit the highlight on like above the tip of my nose, it kind of turns the nose up, which gives it a little bit less length. And I just like this. I learned this little technique of like this little dip and this little dip like from Nikki tutorials, and it's seriously like the best thing ever. And now I'm going to take a different highlighter. I'm going to be using Mary-Loumanizer by TheBalm, just because I really like this in my inner corners. And spoiler alert, I'm going to put this in my inner corners. And I'm literally just using the tip of this Real Technique setting brush that I used for the highlight everywhere else. And I'm just hitting this in the inner corner, because I find that like really bright inner corners like make you look tan. Am I insane? Like, is that a real conspiracy theory? Okay, so like I didn't have enough highlight already all over my face. I'm just gonna take a little bit of Mary-Loumanizer and do kind of some more like precise highlighting. I'm just hitting it like right on the top of the cheek, kind of like higher up than my highlight would normally go, just to kind of give like a little ball of light, so when I turn and stuff, like the highlight really catches like right at the start of my cheekbone. I'm also just going to take a little bit, just a little tiny bit, because I'm already oily, so this could not go well. Just a little bit on the tip of my nose, and just a little bit right over that gold, just to kind of bring it down from gold. Gonna fizzle a little bit of it right above the eyebrows, pretty much just going over everywhere that I already highlighted, but on kind of a smaller scale. Then a little bit on the chin. Okay, so I wiped off this stippling brush that I used to apply the bronzer, and now I'm just gonna go all over the face just to kind of make sure no one area looks too bronze or looks too metallic or looks too crazy or whatever. And when I find that I go bronzier, I find something that helps me look even bronzier is if my eyebrows are just a little tiny bit lighter. So I am using the MAC Waterproof Brow Set in Emphatically Blonde to kind of give my brows a little bit of like a bleached effect. Like that nice, real, natural, sun-kissed, bleachy look. I'm really sorry that I'm like completely out of focus for this, but maybe I could zoom you in. But I can't see a damn thing. Okay. Can you guys see? I hope you can see, because I can't. La-di-da-di-da. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just like, this is like a really, really, really pale tinted brow gel. And along with like my like black eyebrows, it just gives them a nice light ashy effect. And I have like gray hair, so I think it looks nice. And I'm brushing the front of them up just to give a I don't know, give it a little bit more like lived in look. Okay, and the look is pretty much done. I'm just gonna apply a coat of mascara and throw on some setting powder and some setting spray, and then I'll check back with you in a second. Okay, so we're pretty much all done with this like hyper glowy, hyper bronzy tan look. For mascara, I have on the new Benefit Roller Lash. For setting powder, I just used Essence All About Matte. It's like my favorite at this point. And for setting spray, I used that new Buxom Total Fixation setting spray. It's good. I'm just gonna run out of it real quick, and I know it. So that's cool. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.